Hey guys, a few videos tonight because it's like 3:30 in the morning, working night shifts again. So I gotta force myself to stay up. It's hard. Oh, it's hard. I was in. I was on one of the Facebook groups and talking to a few people. Was it Facebook? Yeah, it was Facebook. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter what it was. It's on the internet. And cologne oriented, of course, fragrance in general. And one guy or girl, I can't, obviously wasn't face to face, and her her tag or his tag just was very generic, so male or female doesn't matter. But they asked, I'm gonna say he, because he asked, "What are your what is your what is your cologne?" Because he said cologne, so I'm assuming it's a guy. What is your cologne wish list? And a few people were like, the standard stuff. Oh, I want Creed this and Killian that, and Perfumes de Marley, and a lot of Creed Aventus, of course. Perfumes de Marley Leighton was a big one. Then they asked, like, hey, what's yours? And I said, well, mine's completely different than most of yours. And they said, well, what do you mean? I said, well, you guys are picking stuff that is still easily obtainable. Might be pricey, but it's easily obtainable, and it's got really no. See, I'm a big nostalgia guy, like I told them, and I said it's got no nostalgia value to it. I mean, who's nostalgic for Creed Aventus? You like it, but who's really nostalgic for it? I'm sure there might be a couple people out there, but it's not been around that long. I don't think really to be a nostalgia scent yet. We're definitely not Leighton or. But anyway, and I was like, well, I said, I'll tell you what. I thought about it for a few minutes, and what made me want to do this video was that conversation, but also the video I posted before of the Navigator. And I thought, my wish list, my want list is different. It's mostly stuff I had as a kid that I can't really easily obtain anymore, whether it be hard to find or just super expensive for what it is. But I love to have again. I think, well, there was a Navigator, like I said, but I finally found that. I was like, yeah, for $20. I was like, fuck yeah, that's nice. Go through a few of what my wish list would be, I guess, like I did with them. And maybe give you a little rundown of why. There's gonna be no review or anything of them. It's just my wish list. My first one is an aftershave. It's just called Hero. I don't know who make most of these. I don't even know who make them. It's called Hero. It was in Lethal Weapon, and I was like 10 years old, 9 or 10 years old, and I really wanted it because Mel Gibson was so cool, and he was in that movie, and my nan got it for me. I was too young for aftershave, but I still wanted it. It's about when it started with me. So yeah, I want that one. I found it a couple times online, but it wasn't much money. But it was coming from like Britain, so shipping would be like, fuck, no. I can get a I can get a bottle of Creed for the price of that, but I still might get it at some point in time in my life. You only live once, so YOLO. I'll never say that again. I'm sorry. So yeah, that would be one, just simply because it was the first real aftershave I ever got really I don't think it was the cologne. No, it was. It was the aftershave and cologne. And I got them box set. It's cool. The next one would probably be Wings by Giorgio Beverly Hills. Not a super great scent or anything, just kind of sweet, aquatically sweet, I guess. I didn't. I just remember loving it as a kid, 15, 16. One of the ones I bought with my own money from summer job, and I remember liking it, and I just never bought another bottle of it. I don't even remember finishing my last bottle. I don't know what happened. Most of these I don't remember finishing. I don't know what happened to the bottles, but we moved so much, and I think in the span of 10 years, we're in like 5 different houses. So, Mom's got a bit of a gypsy soul. It's a Native American in her, hunter-gatherer. But yeah, it was just because it was one of the first ones I bought with my own money, and I liked it. I'd like to get it again. Another one, and I'm going to probably butcher this name, so don't freak out. Exirius or Xerios or whatever, Rouge by Givenchy. I remember loving that scent, and I traded it to a friend of mine for a bottle of the original Azzaro Pour Home, because I really liked that one too, and I should have never done that. Hard to find, expensive when you do, but I'd like to have that again. Colors, Colors, Colors. It's like a octangle bottle. I don't know who makes it again, but I just remember it was the shit for like a year and a half when I was like 13, right? I don't even know if it was a year actually, but I had a bottle of it, and when the boys would come over, 13, 14 years old, I'd be like, oh, here we're going, and we'd all load up on colors, or they'd all load up on my colors, mooches. And anyway, I remember liking it. I don't remember what very phone fucked up on me. I was saying I don't remember what it smells like. I just remember it was awesome. There's gotta be Raw Vanilla by Cody. We were 17 and we snuck into the bar, and I was wearing Raw Vanilla by Cody. Raw Vanilla. And it's not a sweet vanilla scent. I can't remember it being very sweet. It was more like a dry, spicy vanilla. It was kind of nice cologne. And maybe it was sweet. I don't remember, but what I do remember, it was dry vanilla. Spicy and dry. But anyway, we're in the bar, and 17 years old, big ID. Apparently I was 22. I was 22 my ass. This cougar, all of maybe 30 years old, was right into it. She loved it. All over me. A little fun that night. Coog action. But no, she really liked it. And I just remember liking the cologne. Just a cute little memory to have with it. And yeah. So, there's one more. A lot of these involve my nan. But she was always, what do you want for your birthday? What do you want for Easter? What do you want for Christmas? Always just a cologne, right? She bought me a bottle of California by Dana. And I remember really liking that one. I wore that. Again, I don't remember. I think I lost that at a buddy's house. I was only about 13, 14 at the time. And I hadn't had it for more than a month or two. Not even 2 months, maybe a month and a half. And I was hanging out with a buddy, but it was a different crew. They were bad, straight up bad. I mean, four of us, and I think all four of them, except for me, have either gone to or are in prison. So I get away from that quick though. But it's funny, that's how I got the scar right here. Not from them, but the day I remember losing that California was the same day my first rugby practice. And I'm pretty sure one of them swiped it out of my bag when I went over after rugby practice. A big scar here, but I had a big cut that I had to go get stitched up from a cleat. And so I went to the hospital and got stitched up. And they were like 5-minute walk away from the hospital, 10-minute walk. So I just went to their house. And it was in my bag when I left the hospital. And when I got home that night and started, or the next morning actually, unpacked the bag, it wasn't there no more. So I'm pretty sure one of them swiped it. And it was about at that point, I was like, you know what, I'm done with them. Sports kind of, you know, we used to fight a lot and get into fights, not with each other, but other people. And they were starting to do drugs. Nothing heavy, but, you know, they were starting to smoke the weed and the hash. And went to mushrooms, and then they were starting to drop Sid, some acid, some LSD. I was like, nah, that's it. Don't mind smoking a little weed, still don't. But draw the line at fucking LSD. I'm not into that shit. So anyway, sports got me out of that. Football, rugby, wrestling, boxing, all that shit got me away from them people, which was good because I always had an excuse, you know, because I think that's part of the problem when you're young, you're bored, but you don't have an excuse either. You know what you're doing is wrong, or the people you're hanging out with is wrong. The peer pressure, whatever, is like, hey man, come on over, we're going to go there. Okay, but I always said, well, I can't. I've got practice. I've got a game. I've got a boxing match. I've got a wrestling match. You know, sorry. And they try for a few months and then just kind of slowly they stopped because they knew I wasn't going to. And I made new friends and better friends. So yeah, so that's my wish list. Most of the stuff isn't expensive, really. It's hard to find. So if you have any of that stuff and you want to trade for something, let me know. All right, guys. Peace, love, be good to each other.